The Fusion project, my major project. I decided before I'd even started work on the project that I intended to move on to a master's degree after I'd finished my BA at FutureWorks. I wanted to continue my studies in music production and pursue my interest in ethnomusicology and mixed genre music. So I designed the Fusion project to support these ambitions and at the same time make a collection of tracks for release that combine my musical passions. Traditional folk and world folk music, progressive and ambient rock, and world fusion music. The result is the 4-track EP released on all digital streaming platforms, the Fusion project, Albanian Polyphony. After designing the logo and branding for the Fusion project, my starting point was to extensively research the polyphonic music of Albania, in particular the 4-part polyphonic music of Liberia that is usually referred to as isopolyphonic. Details of this research can be found in the bibliography at the end of this presentation. Before starting on the main project, I thought it important to produce a proof of concept demo. I found a perfect piece of Albanian isopolyphonic singing in the Calvert journal, which I downloaded to make my demo, Raise Your Voice. This worked very well, so I started to put together a plan for the Fusion project. The plan for the Fusion project was ostensibly quite simple. Find a polyphonic singing group from the Liberia area of South Albania to record, travel to Albania to record the group, bring the music back to England, write and produce 4 tracks for the EP release. Of course, it wasn't simple. Finding a group who were happy to come into the studio and record took some time. Eventually the group Thessaret Labe were booked. AK Records studios in Tirana were booked, and I flew to Albania to make my recordings. We recorded 5 tracks in the studios, 4 of which I chose to use for the Fusion project. These recording sessions were also videoed. During these sessions, I recorded Thessaret Labe singing the ISO, the drone that underpins this music, so that I could make a contact instrument to use when producing the compositions. I decided on 2 love songs, Show Yourself, You Nightingales, and Who Grew You, and 2 heroic epic songs, You Are Our Heroes and Moon Moon. Whilst I was in Albania, I travelled with Thessaret Labe to Gjirokastër in the south of the country to shoot some video and take some photographs to use in the project. I was also fortunate to have the opportunity in Albania to interview 2 historians, Fitim Kaushi, a renowned expert in Albanian polyphonic music, and Victor Ali, the leader of Thessaret Labe, and the information they provided was invaluable in the creation of the Fusion project. Back in my studio in England, I learned the KSP scripting language and made the ISO, the contact instrument I proposed to use when producing the tracks for the Fusion project. To do this, I accessed many websites and watched many YouTube videos, details of which are all in the bibliography. After listening to the recordings repeatedly to get a feel for the music, I set about writing, composing and producing the music that became the tracks I released as the Fusion project Albanian Polyphony. I thought it important to stay true to the original songs I had recorded in Albania, So I had them translated from Albanian into English and used these translations as a basis for my own lyrics, which became a part of the final tracks. Collaboration is an integral part of my creative process, and in producing the fusion project Albanian Polyphony, besides Theseret Larbi, I work with some other very talented musicians, including guitarist Altin Joni, singer Eleanor Ross, and drummer Joe Savage. Their contributions were so important when producing the finished compositions. After producing the music, I chose 2 tracks to make 5.1 surround sound music videos for. These were Show Yourself You Nightingales and You Are Our Heroes. Audio engineering student James Vernon Evans was commissioned to make the 5.1 mixes in the D-Control studio at FutureWorks. I already had the video I'd shot during the recording sessions and of Theseret Larbi and Gyrocaster. So after making rough storyboards and shot lists, I returned to Albania to shoot the additional footage I needed for the music videos. This was shot at 3 locations in Albania: the House of Leaves in Tirana, a museum dedicated to those people missing or killed under the communist regime in Albania; Berat with its 13th century castle, where my friend Irina had agreed to appear in the video; and Petrelli Castle near Tirana. I also commissioned fellow student Simon Seal Hall to shoot some video of me singing the tracks in the SSL studio at FutureWorks. The moon is rising, the stars are shining. Show yourself uniting, yes. Show yourself. On returning to my studio in England, I edited the videos in Final Cut Pro and added them to the new YouTube channel that I'd made for the Fusion project. It is my intention to show these videos in the student lounge at FutureWorks, with the soundtracks played through a 5.1 sound system to students in September later this year. Before releasing my EP, the Fusion project Albanian Polyphony, I created the album artwork. I wanted an individual piece of artwork for each track on the EP, and used the DALI AI imaging platform to create this artwork. And using Adobe Photoshop and Adobe InDesign, I designed the album cover that would accompany the release. And to present the complete Fusion project, I designed a comprehensive website, which is online at ffusion.co.uk. This website is full of information about the project and its roots and development, me as an artist, and the isopolyphonic group Theseret Larbi. It also links all the music and the videos. It has a merch store and a press kit, and to ensure good search engine optimization, all my research and written work. And that's the Fusion project, my major project for my BA Honours in music production at FutureWorks. Of course, it would not have been possible without the contributions of everybody that worked on their parts of this project. I would though like to give special thanks to Altin Joni, who organised everything in Albania for me, and of course Theseret Larbi, without whose singing I would have had no project.